Yo, okay, what's up guys? So today we'll be talking about division with polynomials, okay? So let's start simple. So we're going to be dividing monomials, okay? Dividing by monomials. So let's get a few problems here. So 3x squared plus 4x divided by x, okay? And then let's also do 3x squared plus 6x divided by 3x. Okay, so let's start with try to work this out on your own if you can. But let's do this one over here. 3x squared plus 4 divided by x. So what you could do is you could look at each term and say, okay, well, what's 3x squared divided by x, right? And that's just 3x, right? You just take one x away, plus 4x divided by x is 4, right? This, for when you're dividing just by x, this could work out pretty well, right? But what I would suggest is that for future problems when they start getting more complex, is factoring it, basically. So last video we worked on factoring. So just you could turn it into something like this. So instead of 3x squared plus 4x, you can factor out whatever you're dividing it by. So we could factor out the x, so that we have 3x plus 4. And then that way we can cancel out the x's and we're left with this. I mean, it's a small difference, but I think that it could provide a lot of help for future problems. So let's work over here, okay? 3x squared plus 6x divided by 3x. So, I like to factor out, so we have to factor out 3x, basically. So we're left with x plus 2, okay? Divided by 3x. Boom. So 3x squared plus 6x divided by 3x is x plus 2. Now, let's get into the more complex stuff. So let's divide x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 4. And then let's also do x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x minus 2. So this is where you actually have to factor. You can't just easily divide this by x plus 4. So just a little trick. Normally, when you get a problem where it's a quadratic like this divided by x plus something or x minus something, it's usually going to have that as a factor. It's going to evenly distribute. So let's just look for x plus 4 times x plus what is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 12. Well, what are the factors of 12 that up to 7? We got 1 and 12, which is 13, that's a no. We have 2 and 6, which is 8, that's a no. And we have 3 and 4, and that's a yes. And look at that, it has a 4. So what we can do is we can actually factor x squared plus 7x plus 12 into x plus 3 times x plus 4 divided by x plus 4. And look at that, we can factor it out and we're left with x plus 3. So x squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 4 is x plus 3. Okay? Now let's move on to kind of a similar thought process. So we know that it's probably going to have a factor of x minus 2. So let's look at some factors of negative 6. So I just made that plus negative 6. So factors of negative 6 that add up to 1, okay? So let's look at some factors of negative 6. So because it's a negative, it's going to be a negative times a positive, so it could be either way, but we'll see. So negative 1 and 6, okay, what is that equal to? That's equal to 5, nope. Or 1 negative 6, negative 5. How about 2 negative 3? No, that's a negative 1. but we're getting somewhere. If we do negative 2 and 3, we get positive 1. So yes, that's what we need. So we can factor this into x minus 2 times x plus 3 divided by x minus 2, right? We can cancel out these factors, and we're left with x plus 3, which I actually didn't even have the same answer here, but whatever. So x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x minus 2 is x plus 3. In school, you probably learned what long division was, right? When you're younger, but you probably didn't do it with polynomials. So let's do some examples, okay? So let's do 5x cubed plus 6x squared plus 14x plus 6. We're going to divide that by x plus 2, okay? Here, let me move that closer. X plus 2, okay? So now what we're going to do is, first I think a good thing to do is look for any factors, so see if you can factor out x plus 2, which as you can see we have like 5 and stuff, we can't, it's not even. So now let's start to divide. So it's kind of a similar concept to like when you're doing in school. There's kind of place values, right? So in school you had the thousands, hundreds, tens, ones, right? And here your place value is the or exponent of whatever variable you're using. So the different place values, x to the third, x to the second, x to the first, and x to the 0th power. Okay, that's just one. So, and it's whatever we need to multiply x plus 2 by. So it's a very similar concept. So do we have to multiply x plus 2 by x to the third? No, we don't, because then that would get us a term that's x to the 4th, which we don't need. So it's going to be 0 here. But is there a term that we need to multiply x plus 2 by, x plus 2 by x squared, which we do. That would give us x to the third. But it's not just multiplying it by x squared, it's multiplying it by 5x squared, because we want to cancel out this term. Each time we're trying to cancel out the big term, okay? So let's write this. So it's not just, we're not multiplying just x by 5x squared, but we're multiplying 2 by 5x squared as well. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. So we have x times 5x squared it's going to be 5x to the third plus 2 times 5x squared is going to be 10x squared, okay? And remember, we're not just adding, we're going to be subtracting, so we want to cancel everything out. So remember, it distributes, so it's the same as plus negative 5x squared plus negative 10x squared. So 5x to the third plus negative 5x to the third is going to be 0, and 6x squared minus 10x squared is negative 4x squared. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our next place value, because we need to multiply x by x to get to an x squared. So, and again, it's not just x, but it's negative 4x. Remember, we wanted to cancel out this, okay? So x times negative 4x is negative 4x squared, and 2 times negative 4x is negative 8x, okay? And, one more thing, I forgot to bring down this. So, like you do with normal long division, you're going to bring down each place value every time you do a little subtraction thing like this. So we're bringing down 14x, okay? And remember, we're not just adding, we're subtracting, so minus. And we can distribute the negative sign, so positive 4x squared and positive 8x. So negative 4x squared plus 4x squared cancels out, and 14x plus 8x is equal to 22x, okay, plus, and we're going to bring down, this is 6x to the 0, so we can just write 6, okay, that kind of looked like a, whatever. So now, our next part is, okay, well, what can we multiply x by to get 22x? Well, if you could have guessed, it's just 22, right? Or we can multiply it by x to the 0th power, right? Same thing, because it's right above the x to the 0th power place, okay? So we're just multiplying by 22, okay? Well, okay, so x times 22, 22x, and 2 times 22 is 44, okay? And remember, now we're subtracting it, okay? So it's going to be minus 22x, and I can put the minus in here, minus 44, okay? So now we're left with 0. Oh, that's here. You think that's bad. 0. We got 0. And now you get negative 38. Okay? So this is what you call a remainder. So you may have also had a remainder in when you did long division in school. And if you may have realized that your remainder is what you can use to create a fraction because it's unevenly divided. And how you would set up your fraction is you would write it as your remainder divided by whatever you were dividing it by, which is x plus 2. So this is our answer. So let's rewrite it. So 5x cubed plus 6x squared plus 4x plus 6 divided by x plus 2 is 5x squared minus 4x plus 22 minus 38 divided by, here, that was about 38 divided by x plus 2. And that's their answer. So check out Khan Academy. They'll have a bunch of different examples where you can practice long division with polynomial. Hey guys, thanks for watching. So today we covered polynomial division. Next video we'll talk about the polynomial remainder theorem. So thanks for watching. Check out Khan Academy, and peace.